Folks, are you preparing for this CRQ? When the CRQ system rolls out, this is all going to happen within the matter of a few days. You will be part of a common class, a restricted class, or a quarantine class. Your private property rights will be gone overnight. But they're not going to tell people that. They're going to let people think you still own something. And that's because people will try to cling to their wealth. And in clinging to their wealth, they will comply. Now, there is a sovereign class, but that's reserved for the elitists. None of us will be in it. If you are in common class, you can have no more than 5,000 digital dollars in your account per month. If you don't use it, you lose it, and then you're penalized on your social credit score. If your social credit score falls too far, then you become part of the restricted class, where you will be able to have no more than 1,000 digital dollars in your account per month. And if you don't use it, you lose it, and you're penalized on your social credit score. And we don't even want to talk about the quarantine class, because I have a bad feeling not good things are going to happen to those folks. You will be penalized on almost anything and everything, including your carbon footprint. What you can buy, your movement, it's all going to be controlled and restricted. They will initiate this quickly but softly. They're going to want people to try to cling to their wealth. People will comply and enter into this system trying to cling to their wealth, not realizing it's already all gone. And by complying and even using this system, you're contracting into it. In your compliance is contract. So people don't realize you already don't own anything. You contracted everything you have into this system long time ago. And the only way that you can remain free and truly become sovereign yourself is to totally walk out of this entire system. Leave everything behind. Find your tribe and learn how to stand on the land. And yes, if you do not contract into this new system, you will have right to stand on the land. You just have to learn how, and you have to learn what you need to know to do that. This is their agenda, folks. It doesn't mean it's going to be successful. And the more people that are willing to walk away and make a stand, the better chance we have to not sell our children into slavery. Wake up, get prepared.
Too late. Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Newest in the gospel, brought lift them the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Sakia Mahaloya coming back with another lesson. Lord's will to be edifying.
It's all going to happen within the matter of a few days. You will be part of a common class, a restricted class, or a quarantine class. Your private property rights will be gone overnight. But they're not going to tell people that. They're going to let...
Hold on. She said something about a particular... Hold on. Salakia. I'm trying to get a point.
Folks, are you preparing for this CRQ?
Okay, CRQ. Come on. She mentioned something about a CRQ system. Okay. Let me see something here. Digital inspection platforms constructed. Yep, CRQ system. Well, I didn't realize I did a lesson on that before. The company's social management and credit scores, right? Okay, like if you go into like China, they have what they call a social credit score system. Basically, your behaviors dictates how you operate in society. If you're a complying citizen, then what happens is they add to your social credit score. You have more privilege to move around and do things that you need. If you like somewhat of a bigot, or if you're a person that speaks out against totalitarianism, then basically what happens is that they deduct from your social credit score, and basically you're limited the freedoms that the average person may have, so to speak. Okay, and this is what they're trying to do over here in the West with these particular systems and ideologies that they got set up through these government agencies, man. This is the reason why everything you do is monitored. Everything you do is monitored and it's recorded. You know, like the commune cashless system, that's based on a controlling mechanism, and that's based on also of dictating what you can and what you can't buy. Because, you know, going back to what Klaus Schwab said, he said, look, you will own nothing and you would be happy about it. So nobody is truly going to own anything in the common future here, okay? In the immediate future, I should say, because they're talking about this digital system that's supposed to be up and running, or they was hitting it around December 13th. Now, we don't know if they're going to go completely cashless that day. That I don't know. But we just have to wait when that time we just have to wait until that time to find out what's gonna come of that. But we do know eventually that RFID chip will commence from that particular system, which is based on control. Okay, so you people here in America, man, you're literally sleepwalking right back into captivity. Though we are slaves, we have social security numbers, we have driver's license, IDs. You know what I'm saying? You have tax numbers and stuff like that. So ultimately, we are still slaves, but you're getting ready to give your freedoms completely over, and you don't even realize. And that's what this woman is talking about. Okay, she's going into it, and she was going into how people should live off the grid. Well, even if that is the case, it don't really matter. You know, you go off the grid because Esau can still track you. He can still come and round you up. Because if too many people succeed from this and they go off the grid, then they're going to start, basically, they're going to start coming around and going to start grabbing people up. Regardless of that, like a lot of homeless people, because homeless people are technically off the grid because, you know, they don't work. They don't have addresses of residency. So what happens is that a lot of them is getting put in these detention centers. A lot of them being sacrificed and killed. A lot of them being beat up, and a lot of them are coming up missing. You know, so this thing is getting ready to crack down, man. I can see something in the spirit. Something is getting ready to happen on a massive scale, because the way that the Most High has been moving, he's the Lord. He's doing major work, man. He's doing a lot of shifting the puzzle pieces around. You know, even through people, through governments. Hey, they're talking about now Russia is threatened, or they're getting ready to go to war with the UK. It's a lot of stuff that's happening, man. Okay, so man, brothers, this is a good time to be alive, man. You know, so let's get a couple of precepts here. This wasn't going to be a long lesson at all, but this is the book of Psalms 18, and I'm going to start at verses 2. It says here, the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power and my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower, okay? Because you got to understand that the men of the Lord, we're going to need ultimate protection out here. When all hell breaks loose and this thing really boils over and the people start to lose it and the governments and the different principalities come down on us, hey, we're going to have that protection, okay? And you got to call on the name of the Lord. That's why it says, I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies, okay? Because us as Negro, Latino, Native American, we have enemies in the society known as Esau, Edom, the other nations, okay? Like this whole thing with Kanye West and Kyrie. Look, man, that you can't get distracted by that, okay? Because they're coming out saying, yeah, we're the Israelites, X, Y, and Z. The cat is out the bag, but they're still living according to the standards of Babylon. Okay, these niggas ain't trying to walk away from Esau. They're not trying to go tit for tat with Esau because, hey, Kanye West, he ain't making a solid stance on that with the Israelites, man. Like that, what's that Amalekite he was interviewing with about a week ago, little condescending devil. Basically what happened was he was like, well, do you prescribe to the black Hebrew Israelites? And then Kanye West, he didn't say nothing, man. You should have just been like, yeah, I watched the, you should have corrected him and say, yeah, I watched the Israelites. They're not black, but I watched the Israelites. Okay, and that's how they do things. That's a buzzword. They say black Hebrew Israelites because that word black is equated with something negative. Okay, that's a buzzword because automatically you think of the Black Panthers or something COINTELPRO like. Okay, so they put that stipend out there, but nonetheless, man, we gonna hide behind the shadow of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. And it says here, the sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. Okay, and the floods are going into these military men, the military, because a lot of this that she's talking about is going to be brought in through military invasion. Okay, that Jesus Christ shit is off though, but a lot of this is going to be brought in by military, man. You know, a lot of it is going to be forced upon the people at gunpoint. Like when the jab came out a few years ago, a couple of years ago, should I say? Hey, it was to the point that they was talking about military. They was deploying military to certain places to help with the what's the name, you know. And we thought that they was gonna roll them out in order to you know forcibly poke people, but you know in most cases people complied to it anyway. So it didn't go that route, but nonetheless, man, hey, the governors they was enacting orders and so forth like that, particular codes in order for the military to be deployed to certain neighborhoods to put that shit in people, man. And it's gonna be the same thing with this MOTB because it says all classes, Salakia, except the sovereign elites will also be required to take all jump shots and boosters. Okay, so you see what they're doing, and when you say that word SHOT, you can actually equate that with the MOTB as well, because hey, that's gonna be the ultimate thing. Okay, instead of them putting this thing in everybody, they want to put that that C hip in you, man, and that's really what she's talking about. Okay, and that's going to be based on your social credit score, your social security number, your records, your dental records. Everything is going to be contained on that micro C hip. Okay, like we always tell people, it's more than them just putting a chip in you. This is a whole system that they're going to incorporate in your being, and that's how you're going to be linked up to the Internet of Things. That's why you have what they call smart cities and apps and so forth. Everything is done through a digital algorithm. You know, and this is done intentionally. Why? Because Esau wants to enslave the people. This is why we're reading here. It says, the sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. Because the scripture said that they should come in as a flood. Then the Spirit of the Lord should lift up a standard against him. Because, hey, we're going to have help, brothers. Okay, you may not see it now. You may don't understand it. But as time progresses, when Esau makes his move, then the Most High is going to make his move. The Lord's going to check hook his ass, man. Okay, so we ain't going down on this side. At least the majority of brothers, though you're gonna have martyrs and sacrifices and stuff like that, but for the most part, all the men of the Lord are gonna make it. So we got that on our side. But it says the sorrows of hell compassed me about, and the snares of death prevented me. And in my distress, I called upon Yahweh and cried into my power, and he heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him even into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled, and the foundations of the hills were moved and shaken because of he was wroth, man. Okay, so when the Lord makes his move, man, it's going to be known. Okay, that's why the scriptures say, then thou should know who am I chosen. And you got to look forward to that power coming, man. I'm looking forward to it. Because, I mean, at this point, what else do we have to look forward to in this place? Okay, we don't have nothing else to really look forward to but this system going down. Because I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, like what's going to be the 10-year plan here? Because I didn't have a particular 10-year plan in this place, man. I'm like, start my business, work and stuff like that. But that's the common thing. Everybody does it. But it's just like, okay, it's just like, that's it. You go to work, you got a business, and then, you have a family, all that shit. It's just like, okay, that ain't really, we need better than that, man. That's just so minute it's just minute compared to what we're promised, man. Okay. And I was thinking, I was like, oh shit, what you gonna fall back on? And that was Satan fucking with me. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna fall back on the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta keep the Lord first, because honestly speaking, the Lord gonna see us all through. Another precept here. This is the book of Isaiah 24, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, and the world languished and faded away, and the haughty people of the earth do languish. Haughty goes into extremely proud and arrogant. Okay, people are being literally blind walked right into a system that they're not even paying attention to. Okay, they don't even realize that every day that they live their lives and how they move out here, people don't really understand that they're being slowly led into straight up captivity, man. Like, you're already enslaved, but you people are getting ready to be the ultimate goyim, man. Like this digital system, who's on the street corners protesting this shit outside of us? Which one of you groups or you Christian groups out there is speaking out against this system? You damn sure not you Jake churches. You Jake churches, that's you niggas are the biggest joke in the world. You don't even go into prophecy. You just sing and dance and talk shit and take money. You niggas don't teach about a damn thing. And you're being slowly but surely walk right into this pit of hell, okay? And not even saying anything about it. For you know it, you're going to wake up, you're going to have a fucking MOTB in your arm. And you know what's so ironic about the whole thing? You Christians, right? You nigger Christians, you black Christians, okay, you black demons. You don't even know that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. So most of you are gonna willingly accept that C-hip right is right in the scriptures, and you claim you God fearing, but yet you ain't even reading the scriptures on it. And a lot of you, the Most High just gonna give over to it, man. You can have the spirit of resistance all you want, but see, the Most High, hey, he know how to tempt you, man. And you know, that's like I said, it says the Lord tempted nobody, but he know how to get you to fall victim of that situation. Like a lot of you numbskulls out there, you lame brains, you people out there that swapping down, you can resist. The Most High got something for you, man, because you see what happens is he knows the soft spot. Okay, they can say, well, you know what, I'm gonna blow your kid away if you don't take the chip. You're gonna do it. Why? Because you ain't got the spirit of the Lord. He's not protecting you. You know, all you government people out there, like you got people like Black Ram 313. You know, you got Fresh and Fit. Them guys, man. Black Ram, man, that nigga gonna take the chip because he's too invested in his place. He got his little platform he gets on women, but other than that, he's gonna take the chip because he's not a prophet of the Lord and he's not a man of the Lord. He just a nigga who curse out the black woman all the time, which he makes good videos about him, but he's going to take the MOTB because he's not fully invested in the Lord. Okay, he's straddling the fence and he knows he's an Israelite, you know. But it says here, the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell there are desolate. And therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned and few men left, right? Because the scriptures say that the dead should be cast out as dung. Okay, so when this system is up and running, you may have people that's going to protest it and it's going to come against it. But overall, they're going to shut you down, you know, because they've gotten you this far. You know, like the whole fact about you have what they call the IRS, which is the Internal Revenue Service. That's not even a legal company. That's not even a conglomerate of the United States. But yet you people have got suckered into paying taxes illegally. You know, though the scriptures say render unto Caesar's what Caesar's, pay your taxes, but regardless of that, the tax system is totally illegal here. And you people, you don't say a damn thing about it. And the only reason why you had men like Wesley Snipes that got locked up for tax evasion is because they didn't have enough people to stand with them. Okay, it wasn't enough people protesting the powers to be, man. So therefore they locked his black ass up. Because he tried to go into the whole thing, well, the IRS isn't constitutional. Where's the tax on that? Where's the law on it? And there is none. He's right. But still, he got locked up because, shit, who else is going to stand up? Most of you people, you just going to take a bribe and you going to tuck your tail. All right, man, give him some money. Give him some hush money. Give him a nice job. Give him a nice career. Give him a nice house, a nice car. Most of you people going to fall for it and you're going to tuck your tail. Because you have been duped and believed in the illusion of the American lie. The white picket fence, the career, the four kids, the Cadillac outside. You know, you've been duped with that fake ass American dream, which is not really attainable. Okay, because most people that have children, they're not together anymore. Most time the baby father leave, or he gets kicked out, or he gets shot up or killed, or he's in jail. You know, then you have a career, you barely lose that. You can't afford the house. So that whole fucking the house on the prairie, man, that Brady Bunch, that's all illusion, man. Them days are gone. You know, and the people that's gearing in these marriages, they're miserable as hell. You know, you got people talking about power couple, man. The power couple, man, that's some folly. Okay, power couple, that shit benefits the woman. A power couple. Yeah, you know, ain't nothing powerful about it, you know. Cause see what's going on in their household, you're gonna see how miserable they are. Most people, they front for the internet, they front for the Facebook shit. It's all a front. You seeing people posting their lives on there is because they fucking void inside, you know? And you got people that genuinely do things, you know, that take pictures and stuff like that, you know? But at the end of the day, these people are straight up void, man, you know? And we'll be void if we didn't have the Lord, you see? But it reads here, and it says, the new wine mourneth in the vine language, and all the merry hearted do sigh. Okay, this new wine being this feminism crap, the different philosophies, okay, the ways of you people, that's that new wine, man, in the vine language, and all the merry hearted do sigh, right? Because nobody's happy right now, and like she said, hey, people are gonna be walked into slavery. Klaus Schwab, hey, you will own nothing and be happy about it. You know, they building up all this prime real estate, which the bubble was getting ready to collapse anyway, but they building up all this shit. Can't nobody afford it. You know, And it says, and the mirth of the tabret ceaseth, and the noise of them that rejoiceth ended, and the joys of the harp ceaseth. And they should not drink wine with the song, and strong drink should be bitter to them that drink it. Okay, strong drink, right? Because hey, you ain't gonna be out here clubbing and partying in the days to come, Lord's will, because it's looking like they may lock this place back down. And I'm gonna tell you straightforward, if they lock America back down, it's not gonna survive. It's not gonna survive another lockdown. And they were talking about shutting everything back down because of this new wave of bullshit they released. I'll say it that way. But it says here, in the city of confusion is broken down, that every house is shut up, that no man may come in, right? Because people are gonna literally shut themselves in. Places are gonna be shut down. Businesses are gonna be shut down. Like when the whole C-19 kicked off, hey man, they was only allowing 5 to 6 people in particular restaurants. You go into like certain jazz districts and stuff, it was completely dead. Like we went to go see Black Adam. I went to go see Black Adam with the brothers Friday, a little movie. Then we went to the brother crib and just chalked it up through the spirit. But basically, one of the other brothers came over there. He said he drove through the city. He said it was dead as fuck. And that's crazy because we went to AMC out in Overland Park, and they have like an upstairs to it. And shit, Friday night is movie night, man. The bar was shut down, everything. I mean, you had people that was in the movies, but it wasn't a whole lot. You'd think that the bar would be cracking and shit, but it wasn't nobody up there. It was closed. Wasn't nobody barely there. So that shows you that everything is shut down. But it says here, and there's crying for wine in the streets, and all the joy is darkened, and the mirth of the land is gone. And the city is left in desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction, man. Okay? So that's what we have to look forward to, man. This place is falling, and it's falling fast. If you can't see it, it's because you're blinded, and you don't choose to see it. But hey, that's our biggest hope, is the downfall of Babylon the Great, man. So I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and Shalom.